We're going to talk through Swaggy's ad. Hello, everybody. How you doing tonight? Yeah, it is pastries. I know this is getting a little bit boring, but I wanted to try out Swaggy's new Danish pastry. So, so I had to figure out a way to work it in because I didn't get a chance to the other day. It's been a lot of releases. Dave actually got to try the extreme I see by some of his recipes, so this is going to be interesting. I want some feedback on it. And yeah, I got the two extremes. I've been testing them out all day. I put them in mixes to try them out. Blueberry, well, two of the four I've been trying out, blueberry and the strawberry. But it's good to see everybody. Who do we have in chat so far? Since I was kind of quiet enough in here so I can actually read chat tonight. Tim B was here early. Good to see you, Tim. Dave Lloyd. Hey, I know that guy. Glad he could make it tonight, by the way. Because
It was
almost
close.
couldn't. Yep.
Almost couldn't.
Lady Liberty, good to see you. Which, believe it or not, I haven't seen her most of the day. Mallory Gates, it's always good to see you, Mallory. Trying to get some coil packs in the car along with a new coolant outlet. Nice. Oh, that's a lot of work. I know how that is. Chris, good to see you. Wendy Ledette, good to see you, Wendy. Rocky Tooney. Rocky Tooney's in the house. Love you, Rocky. But yeah, I've got a couple recipes here. I do have a recipe for this. I did adjust it a little from what I made because the raspberry in it was coming a little too strong, and the Danish, she actually seemed to like not push through enough. But then again, it might change after steep. But I'm thinking just a slight adjustment the slight adjustments I made might help. That said, Dave, how was your week?
Not too bad. I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad it's the weekend, and we're streaming. It's always nice to be on the stream. It's always nice to create new recipes and have fun doing it. Hope you had a great week. I hope everyone else had a great week.
Did fan got installed literally while Dave was sitting here with me. A fan came in while I was at work today, so there's a fan here now. So now when I blow forward, it shouldn't fog up the screen too badly. There we go. Always trying to improve. It's nice and quiet like it's supposed to be, so that makes me happy. But yeah, I did this this here. Let me get everything ready. So Dave, actually, it's kind of a good thing because we have four recipes to go over already right now, just between the two of us, and that's without anybody else playing along.
I think two of my three came out really nice. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the dough balls. Not sure. I used cactus in it to try to get a nice different taste for a change, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it steeps out. But the
See,
strawberry cheesecake and the blueberry cake are really nice.
I'm not a super fan of the cactuses myself and stuff. A lot of people like to use it. For me, I can taste that little bit of weirdness. But maybe that's part of that, like, slight super taster like thing. I can taste some of those weird notes. I can learn to ignore some of them, but it doesn't mean I don't taste them.
I'm tasting it. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Tasting it. It tastes exactly like cactus. It tastes. You know
It
what? That
does.
belongs in a tropical drink.
See, I taste like
I
a
don't know.
slight aloe vera like
Yeah,
flavor to
kind
it.
of
Yeah.
thing. That's what to me. A lot of people use it as like to bring like a moistener to it. Like I'm not getting that. I'm getting cactus flavor, and I really used it low, really low.
Now,
So,
which one was it used the cactus in? And that's one we'll start with.
oh boy,
Use the
dough
cactus
balls.
in
Sorry, dough balls.
dough balls. Okay, we'll go over that one first because you got three going on. So
And
I put
you
that
know
up.
what? I edited the recipe and took it out for a final version, but I made it with the cactus.
Okay. Well, your dough balls is up, so you can go ahead and go over this one quick. Because you do have three to go over. So I'll
Oh,
start with you.
yay, yay! Okay, so I used the AP at 0.75%, TPA AP at 0.75%. I used glazed donut at 3.5%, honey VSO at 1%, and powdered sugar one at 2%. Now, what I'm going for is, you know, those in a fair when you get those little donuts that there's not really nothing on them, and they go into like just powdered sugar. and if they're hot, moist, they're really good. That's what I was going for, and that's why initially I used a cactus,
Yep.
but I didn't get the result I was going for. I'll see
Ah.
how it steeps out, and I'll make another revision on it and see how
So,
it is.
other than the cactus note when you mixed it, you said you had the cactus in it. Other than that note, does the rest of it seem to be tasting all right?
No, cactus took over, and it was so
Ah.
little. That's the problem. It was so little. I used almost nothing, you know, and that's why I'm kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to that.
Well, since we're already there, I'll do this quick because I actually changed mine a little tiny bit too. I did a raspberry Danish, trying out Swaggy's new raw Danish pastry, but cream cheese icing. Lorianne's at 1.5. She likes that icing on it, and there is a little. I'm going to tell you in the Danish pastry raw, there is a little bit of icing note. So I almost didn't do that. If I was making it for me, I would have probably left that out. Lorenz. But Danish pastry raw VSO at zero point 0.5, cream cheese icing Lorenz at 1.5. Raspberry syrup SSA at 1. I left that the same. Raspberry sweet TPA at 2. I actually mixed it at 3 and it was 2 raspberry forward. And you could tell it was the sweet that was pushing it. And the super sweet cap at 1. And I did bump up because of the fact the raspberries, they're pretty present, and the Danish pastry is a little bit not present. Although I think it might just be the combination of raspberries really strong there. I did bump up the Danish pastry to 0.5. I actually put in 0.4. But yeah. But it just wasn't quite forward enough. But I think that's going to be a safe bet. I do get the pastry note there, but I think this is going to need a steep in order to really come through. But yeah. Let's see what's going on here in chat. Oh, we got Arnie S in here too. Good to see you, Arnie. Bob Omstulo's made it. Good to see you, Bob. Yeah, the raspberry. Yeah, see, and I'm kind of feeling that way right now. Tim B too. I'm not so sure. She just, I gave her a choice on this because I wanted to make her something decent, and she likes raspberry a lot. But this is definitely raspberry forward. It's not really. It's a harsh one. A raspberry actually, it's weird because blue ras is such a soft, delicate flavor. Like Bob and I have realized, you kind of got to bump it up in order to really taste it. At least I do for sure. And then you get raspberry that's a complete opposite. It's a bully. And we'll see how this turns out. This might be a flop. In the end, I might have to use a completely different raspberry or just switch it to like a strawberry instead. I was thinking about that, but I wanted to see what I could do. And
The
I
other
did use
day,
some
I
sweet.
made up Adam's donut, and I made a version with raspberry, and it came out really nice.
What raspberries did you use? Just curious.
Look it up. I'm not set up as well as you are.
Oh, trust me, I don't feel too set up today after work. But yeah, blueberry boy. That's what I would have went to, Tim. But I'm trying not to because I've been using. That's my go-to. I almost feel guilty for making another blueberry. It's because if it comes to like a bakery, blueberry boysenberry, the combo especially with Swaggies, and then if you add boysenberry blueberry to it jams it up really well. Those are my go-tos. So I was trying to stick out of my comfort zone.
For the raspberry, Adam used originally FA raspberry and TPA raspberry. I don't have FA raspberry, so I used the VSO. That was the only difference I made, and it's really good. If
Yeah, see,
anyone
not
likes those jelly-filled donuts, I highly recommend this recipe.
I'm wondering if the raspberry syrup was the wrong choice in this one. I wanted to goo it up, but I think it went the wrong way of goo. Like it's almost like a sweet goo. It might be too much. So we'll see how this steps out afterwards. Really not sure what it's going to do, but this just to warn you, this might not be a go-to recipe. It might not be a really good one. It was something to test, and I also wanted to see if that Danish pastry could push through this raspberry because I knew it would be a little tough to push through. I'll have to
You
try
did
another one. I might have to just make a blueberry and just say, because I know the blueberry better.
you did another test, didn't you? I saw
Oh yeah, I did. I did a test for the. Oh yeah, I
strawberry.
did. Yeah, I did. And I don't think I did go over that. But before we do that, let's go over another one of yours. You have two more here, so
Yeah, I do. And
I'm
thanks
gonna.
for.
I want to see this strawberry cheesecake one. I want to see how this turned out because this has the similar test to what I did.
Give me a sec.
Yep. Whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
Oh, I'm never ready. Okay. Okay. Are you gonna put it on screen?
It's up.
Oh, it's up. See, I got it like a good 20-second delay.
I'm telling you, I got more delay than usual. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Might be the windstorm outside.
Okay. So honey VSO at 1%, New York cheesecake FA at 2.5%, strawberry cream FA at 2%, strawberry extreme VSO at 0.28%, vanilla bourbon FA at 1%, and yes, we cheesecake in the Wera at 4%. Really nice.
See, I like the honey in my crust for my cheesecakes too.
Yep.
That VSO honey works really well for that.
Phenomenal. It's a great
Yep.
combination.
Now with the strawberry cream and the strawberry extreme, how do you like it?
Really good, but yeah, it's gonna need 7 days for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
For sure.
again, we'll have to get back to these. We're gonna have to make a note of these testers. We
Yeah,
gotta go over them again.
up the knuckle tastes great. I'll say that for it.
And I'll just do this. You guys will see what I'm doing, but that's fine. We'll go over here
Thank you.
and see where to go. To go here? No, that's not mine. I don't know where it went. There it went, right there.
Oh my
All
God.
right. So yeah, just simply strawberry extreme pudding. All it was is just the strawberry extreme with VSO at zero point 0.5, super sweet Perlum at 0.45, and vanilla pudding Chemnavatic at 2, just to try and see what that strawberry extreme's like. I did initially try it with it lower, but it wasn't really coming through, so I bumped it up some. I think that these extremes are really gonna. They seem to be the two that I tested seem to be kind of on point with the raws. Not as much more potent as I thought they were going to be, but it's not a bad thing either. It's still concentrated. I think it might have been like they hit the ceiling cap of what you can get from naturally extracted. But the strawberry extreme from this, I'm getting like a special K strawberry, like a rehydrated strawberry, which is not bad with the pudding. I'll tell you, it's not a bad flavor. I was vaping this all day long, and it was quite pleasant. But it is. It's kind of like a dehydrated strawberry flavor. So if you're looking for that cereal strawberry, and I'm getting similar with the blueberry, like a cereal blueberry, like a dried fruit one. If that's what they wind up being, that's not a bad thing. I could see lots of uses for this. I don't know of any others on the market that are like this. So if that's, I'm gonna try it with other things and see how it turns out. I could be wrong. It might just be in this mix that's tasting like that. But that's what I'm getting for a vibe from it. So I'm kind of interested to see. And that's why I wanted your input on the strawberry extreme too, because that's kind of what I'm getting.
I found it had, if I was comparing it to the other VSO strawberries, I find that it's got a very strong strawberry scent, more so than the others.
Yep.
But comparing it to a raw, like you said, it's not much of a difference. I
They
found
seem
in
pretty
potency.
level. They're
Yeah.
pretty level. I think it might be just that he hit the ceiling cap.
It could be us too. It could be we just can't taste the difference.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
You know?
Yep. So anybody's got any input and gets any of the extremes, and I would suggest you get it and try it. It's not. It's a very good flavor. It's just you might want to use it for other things. It's not the same strawberry. It doesn't taste like the raw. It doesn't like the raws. Will actually kind of taste a little bit more jammy, at least at first, than the regular strawberry. And the regular strawberry is like, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm getting similar vibes with the blueberry. It's not quite the same, but it's actually nice and a unique flavor. That actually excites me the most. It's something completely different than what we usually get. It's like it's definitely strawberry. But you know, have you ever had it? Like think about this. The way I'm thinking it, it's not so much Special K maybe ish, but say you get strawberry and cream oatmeal, the pre-packets, and you mix it in, and you get those strawberries.
Not
That's
up
what
here.
oh, that's kind of what it is, or Special K, like after it's been rehydrated,
Right.
like it's dehydrated and rehydrated. But you get that weird kind of cereal boxy flavorish to it. I'm sure that Daniel's gonna taste nothing but cardboard in this because I just have a feeling that'll be cardboard.
Daniel's asking for percent. Okay.
for percent.
Yeah, I use mine at 0.28.
Yeah, I wound up bumping mine up to 0.5 on that one. Um, I started off and tried it at zero point 0.3, and I didn't feel like it had quite enough strawberries, so I ended up bumping it to 0.5. And like I said, it feels about the same strength as the raw, as the way it's coming through for flavor. And I only went against the one other flavor, so it shouldn't be. It should have stood out more if that was the case. I mean, it's not definitely not a regular one. This is still more potent than it would be if it were a ordinary flavor. 0.5%, still pretty low. Yeah, I agree. Daniel, I was also thinking that. I was thinking I might even push that a little farther to see what happens. But it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. That's the vibes I'm getting, but I'm not. I've only tested it in the one mix, and I did knuckle it, which is kind of a mistake because I mean, if there's, it could have actually been bad, but it wasn't, and I still got that vibe of the. Oh, what do you got from here? From Bob's got something going on here too, so we'll throw this up there too. Oh,
Oh yeah.
and hello, wifey.
They said hello, Sarah.
Yeah.
They said
So Bob's got one here too. He threw in for the show. Apple cinnamon toaster strudel. Apple cinnamon toaster strudel. You're gonna shake and if you're gonna shake and vape it, give it 30 minutes to an hour for the cinnamon to settle down a bit. Personally, it doesn't need a sweetener, but it's up to you. Yeah, I get that. I agree. Some of the cinnamons. I mean, just a half hour, just a little rest is perfect. But SSA apple strudel at 3%, VSO baked apple at 1.5, Cap cinnamon Danish swirl at 2.5, and Pearlham Country apple at 2, and then LAG cream cheese icing. Yeah, that sounds really good, Bob. Those are a lot of flavors I actually know very well, and I'm sure that's delicious. That does look really good. Let's check chat.
Bucky's got a mix in too.
Okay, is that on ELR or?
Yeah, it's on the ELR.
Oh yeah, Rocky does.
Palitas de Boda Mexicanas.
He likes to confuse me. You notice this?
Looks really good. Looks really, really good. Can I make this? Nope, I'm missing two. Looks really good.
Let's see what Rocky's got here. It's got no milk and honey in it. We know it's not really Rocky's. All right, so we're going to look at Rocky's picture first because that's more important. But Gelatas de Boda Mexicanas. I know I screwed that up badly, I'm sure. Buttercream from Cap at 0.5. Butter Pecan Flavor West at 2.2. Custard Cake Cap at 1. Powdered Sugar 101 at 1.2. Shortbread from Cap at 3. Shortbread Cookie SSA at 1. And Sweet Coconut Flavora at 0.3. I can make this. Well, if that's the case, we might actually wind up having to make that at some point here. That might happen before the end of the day. That doesn't look bad at all. That looks really good.
Really
so
good.
It's gonna butter pecan from Flavor West is good. Custard cake's gonna get that little great creamy texture. Powdered sugar 101, yum. Shortbread from Cap, yum. Shortbread cookie SSA, yum. And sweet coconut flavora, yeah. That's just to give it a little bit of that goo, like a softener. And this buttercream as well. Yeah, that looks really good. And here's your pictures, by the way. Mixing for today's show. Theme is pastry. Oh, look at that picture. I can't eat it, but I can enjoy the picture. Good job, Rocky. Might have to actually mix that one. So I'll leave that one up. Okay, so you already went over dough balls. So you still got one left. And here, this one here is actually from last week. I'll throw this up quick.
Well, there's a blueberry cake I made for this week too.
Yep, I see that. All right, I'll let you go over the blueberry cake first.
Of course. Give me a second to catch up with you.
All right. This is always fun though. Scramble.
Crazy. The lag time between the stream and us.
It's not normally this bad. I'm thinking it was a bad windstorm here today, and it might have affected the internet. It turned out beautiful this morning. I woke up and I had to defrost the windows in the car. It was frozen. So.
Oh really? No, it was beautiful here today. It was like a summer day almost.
Yeah, and it got up to about almost 70.
Yeah,
So big
nice.
change, like from 30 to 70, just the amount of time I've been up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so blueberry cake. I went with a blueberry muffin, Wonder Flavors at 3%. Blueberry Extreme at 0.28%. Philadelphia Butter Cake, Wonder Flavors at 2%. Of course, sugar cookie. But this sugar cookie, Wonder Flavors, I find a little heavier in cinnamon than the cap sugar cookie.
Yep.
Now, maybe that's me, but I think so. At 2%, vanilla gelato at 2.5%, Wonder Flavors, and whipped cream, Wonder Flavors at 1%.
No, that sugar cookie definitely has a little bit more spice to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I noticed that.
that's a
And
good combo. That's
it
a nice
seems really
combo.
good. Seems really good.
Now, if I'm right on those blueberries, and that's what it turns out to be, is like almost that would be perfect. It's almost like a box mix,
Right.
like a box mix, and you kind of like, and some people make it like with mayonnaise or whatever to goo it up. In this case, you get the butter cake in there, you got the gelato and it, make it a little bit less dry and boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
It's
looks.
it smells really good.
And then I
Taste
did
is a little harsh, but we'll see. We'll see when I vape it.
got the simple strawberry extreme pudding test. I just put this together. That's right. I forgot I did it after the show the other day, so you guys didn't see it. But it's strawberry extreme BSO 0.5, super sweet pearl 0.5, and vanilla Chemivac at 2. And I don't know if I actually said that or just went over it. But yeah, there's Rockies again. Let's look at Rockies. Dave, you need one with a picture, because that blueberry cake sounds like that's deserving of a picture.
Have to
It looks
download a
really good.
program to be able to use to insert pictures.
Yeah, either that or yeah. That's why I do. I what I cheat is I cheat. If it's a good enough one, I like the way it vapes. I'll put it on ATF so I can just throw the picture up. So actually, why I use where I use ATF the most, because the pictures that you can just upload them at ATF or at VC. You can just upload pictures. Of course, you can do that there. I remember this one, Rocky. I remember this one. Yeah. Not Cassie. Joke. Oh boy. So yeah, Rocky Toonie, Get Shorty, butter-based VTA at 0.75, custard cake cap at 1, shortbread cap at 3, shortbread cookie SSA at 1, and super sweet cap at 0.5. I almost 100% positive I mixed this up too. Yeah, I did mix this one. I know this is actually the one where I tried that combo and it was kind of nice. It's, if anything, the only thing I think that was different about this is that shortbread cookie is a little bit gooier than like a real shortbread cookie. So it is kind of like, he's got a good picture, but you think shortbread, you think of more dense, thick, and it is not dense or thick. He's had it right. He actually put it nice. It's a rich and decadent. It's nice. Yeah, I remember this mix. And again, he didn't. You notice there's no like, it's got no thick frostings or anything on it. So you're actually tasting the paste. Yeah, that's a good one, Rocky. That's a good one for today's theme. I use some of the originals at 1%. Yeah.
I actually prefer desserts like real desserts like that over having like a icing on them. I love that kind of. That's like an old world pastry. It's
Yeah.
like
So,
European style.
European style or something like grandma would make or something. Not not something that someone's making and I just nothing like getting someone's cake or buying a cake. Buy a cake from like a store bought cake, and you get the cake and here's the cake, and there's that much frosting on top of the cake. It's like
Exactly.
you're getting a bite of cake for every 3 bites of frosting. That's insane, and you wonder why there's diabetic
Yeah.
issues. Just saying.
I know when I used to buy brownies, I'd scrape off the icing they put on them because I prefer just the brownie over the icing.
She just this little bit of settling down is it, but I think that raspberry syrup is a bad choice. I was hoping it would thicken it, but it's taking it to like an almost borderline candy-ish way, more than I wanted it to, between that and the sweet. So I'm thinking that it's gonna need a remix on that one.
Oh,
I might need Rocky's mix just to. That needs a lot of digging though. Rocky, can you keep it all in one flavor house for me next time? It's so much easier. No, I'm just joking. Don't bother. Make a good mix. That looks really good. It's ironically that he's actually got the other one there.
Tim, don't be a dick.
Well, I know what the delay is. You'll become mad. Actually, you know what? I actually used to mix really kind of low too, a lot more often, because I could taste the flavors. I didn't mind a light mix. Then you get a noted, and you have to mix everything, and you want everything. Everything has to be level loaded. You know, you want the flavor to be present, and then you get to that trying to make the present like flavors, and when you do that, it's then you realize, okay, now I don't want my flavors to be lesser. Because I found that too. Like I like Turk's liquids, but they are a little light in the flavor. That's why they're not coil killers. And it's kind of that situation. So it's like, I can still enjoy a light one, but I don't think I mix that way much anymore. I remember this one too, Rocky. A lot of these are coming out of the archives, and I know these. So you got pecan, Sandies, butter pecan.
Bless you.
Bless you. Powdered sugar 101 at 1%. Butter pecan. Flavor West at 3%. Shortbread cookie SSA at 3%. Vanilla overload from Gremlin at 2. And I'm seeing something else here. Did you notice this? If it doesn't have milk and honey, it seems to have shortbread cookie. Which just kind of makes sense because, you know, it's got a similar-ish vibe, like a light, like almost the same vibe to it. Missing ingredients. I have that. I might not have the. I don't have the gremlin.
I'm missing that too.
Yep.
What could I sub for that?
We could ask Rocky that. Isn't that like vanillin? Isn't it similar to that type of flavor? I don't know. I'll have to ask Rocky here and see what he says. Not having it, I can't say 100%. Spot on Keebler, nice.
I've never even seen that flavor before. I've never seen anyone use that flavor before.
I think I've seen it in this recipe before, and that's why I remember it.
Okay.
I think that is the only time I've ever seen it. I believe it's just a vanilla flavor. Oh, the new vanilla raw might work. Let's check. It's a vanilla cream flavor. Okay, so it is a little bit of a cream.
Holy vanilla. Never even heard of that one either.
Oh, okay, the holy vanilla. Okay. Isn't holy vanilla the one that you can't hardly get anymore? Or can't get it? I don't know. Or is it a different holy something that's hard to get? Use vanilla of choice. There you go.
Well, in that case, I'll go with that the vanilla raw then.
That sounds really good, though. Can't say that there are many Rocky recipes that don't look or sound good, though. Bob's got a couple of them that are out there. I'll give him that. Bob likes to challenge himself and see if he can push things to the side every once in a while, and that's where it gets interesting. Daniel does that. Sam does that. So you get there, and it's like, okay, we're going on a roller coaster ride here. We never know what we're gonna get. He burns the chicken a lot.
Speaking of chicken, I made a chicken fried rice and to send over to Legion in Australia.
Oh, you did mix it up?
Yep. And I mixed up his garlic gum. Oh. Yeah. He likes it. It's a joke gum. Like, you can buy it. But he likes it as like to chew. Like, normally it's not a joke for him. Ugh.
Garlic gum. Yeah, everybody sign right up for that train. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Pretty funny.
While we're at it ahead of time, get ready, you guys. I'm saving off on a full candy episode until just the last show before Halloween. So isn't Halloween next Monday? Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, right? If I remember correctly.
Whatever day that lands on.
Yeah.
You get kids at your place? No,
No, I'm
I
way
don't
out in
think
the middle
so.
of nowhere.
No, I know, but something like where my wife is from, she's out in the boonies too. But people, they
So,
bus in their kids.
so yeah, prepare for next Saturday is going to be candies. Candies on this show. We do candies. It'll be open to any candy you want because it's candy, or obviously fudges would count as a Halloween candy treat. Caramel apples, um, candied apples. Has anybody made a good candy apple? I mean, true. Not talking like we're not talking like green apple candy. I mean like what I'm talking about, the red candy apples we
Yeah,
get at Halloween.
dipped
Yeah,
apple,
the
right?
the ones that are like literally dipped in this like candy syrup like
Yeah,
stuff.
and when you bite into them, you're getting this crunchy, that shell
Yeah, it's like
crunchness. Yeah, yeah,
crunchy on the side, and if they're
yeah,
fairly fresh, sometimes they're a little gooey on the inner side of that
yeah,
crunch. Yeah, it's almost like melted rock candy
yeah.
over top
Haven't
of it.
had it since I was a kid, but yeah.
Not sure I'd want it now. Oh,
I wouldn't.
it
I
makes my
couldn't.
teeth ache just to think of it. But have a good vape of it would be nice.
So my chicken fried rice, when you knuckle it, it tastes like when you buy chicken gravy, powdered chicken gravy, that cheap tasting. That's what it tastes like.
I was kind of wondering that. We're talking about that, getting the one-on-one mashed potatoes and make yourself some mashed potatoes and gravy. Could you make yourself a meal for Thanksgiving? Think about this, because
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's next month. Let's try to make a Thanksgiving meal for the last one right before Thanksgiving. See if we can make a Thanksgiving meal we can vape.
Oh
This is
God.
basically the Willy Wonka episode, was what we'll call that one.
Yeah. No kidding.
Willy Wonka Thanksgiving. Next Sunday's the 30th. Yep. Yeah, Swaggy's working on dropping all the raws. Get ready for that. That's a big one. Is any flavor you've been waiting for a raw version of? I can't wait.
Oh, Swaggy, you're 50 years old.
No, really?
That's what he says. October 30th, I turn half a century old.
Oh, Swaggy. So what are we gonna do for your birthday, Swaggy? Sounds. If he's dropping the raws, does that mean he wants a raw birthday? Yep, I remember this one too, Rocky. Yeah. Made this last year. I remember this. See, Rocky actually has worked with a lot of pastries. A lot of us don't really go to pastry only once in a while. He actually does quite often go to pastries. So this ultimate strawberry meringue cookies, and he's got meringue from Flavor Art at 1%, strawberry sweet Flavor Jungle at 0.5%, sugar cookie V2 from Cap at 1.5, super sweet from Cap at 0.5, ultimate strawberry jungle flavors, Flavor Jungle, not Jungle Flavors, 3%, vanilla cookie Flavor Art at 2%, and vanilla Tahiti Flavor Art at 0.5. Delicious light and airy strawberry cookies filled with a sweet strawberry meringue.
It was good.
Does. So this looks the picture looks like, what do you call those things? Oh,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. They're really popular.
yeah, they're really
Uh,
popular. They're
they're made out of
like England.
meringue.
They are the English
Yeah.
ones. They're actually, if anyone watched Bridgerton, I know she watched it, and that's the ones that are passing out in the front line. You got all these people wounded and bloody everywhere, and they're just passing out like these little cookies.
They called it again.
Can't remember.
I can't
I'm
either.
sure someone in chat will. Ultimate strawberry jungle flavors, flavor jungle, yeah, jungle flavors. Probably the best red strawberry flavor that I've tried to date. Not green, a little creamy, but needs a little more sweetness in my opinion. Also sold at 4%. Actually tastes strawberry. If you're strawberry blind, I'd suggest giving ultimate strawberry flavor a try. I agree. I really like that flavor. Tam got me to try it, and I'm not disappointed with it. It's still a really solid full strawberry. I mean, I still like to layer my strawberries regardless. And I think Would love him. I noted what? I got Swaggy on at some point. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. Oh, what are those things
Dude,
called?
he said if somebody has a live on Sunday, he'll come on next week for his birthday. You got to put up a Sunday show. I just said it in chat.
Okay, I wasn't seeing chat because I had the other over top of it. Swaggy, looks like we're gonna have to do a Sunday show. I mean, technically speaking, Frank already has a Sunday show, so there's always that possibility too. I know Frank wouldn't mind having him on, but if afternoons work better, let me know, Swaggy. But yeah, we should definitely celebrate your birthday. Could also do a little get of gaming even if you wanted to on your birthday. That's a possibility. We haven't done a game show in a while. That Grant's custard. There you go.
Nice 100 milliliters I made. It's yummy. Unfortunately, my chest and throat are a little shot from the stove trying to kill me. But I have it in here. It's really good.
Yeah, smoky stoves suck.
It kills me. It always has, though. Every time, like I've from 43 years of smoking. Let me see. No, that's not it. It's a little round, made out of meringue. It looks like 2 biscuits of meringue with fruit in the center.
They're popular in England.
What are they called? You see them at the airport all the time in Europe.
Are you talking about macaroons?
Macaroons, that's it.
Macaroons, Sarah. Macaroons.
Macaroons.
Macaron. Yeah.
Yep. That's what they are. That's what reminds me of that picture.
Never liked them.
I don't think I'd mind the one that he's got a picture of. The ones like Rocky made, if they tasted like that, because it's got more of the filling in them. Usually the other ones that just have the thin layer of, a real thin layer of the filling. I think I'd like them that way with a little extra filling in them because they tend to be dry. Yeah. The ones that, like, I don't know where you got that picture from, Rocky, but that I mean, definitely made me hungry. But yeah, it was a good day. I'm getting ready for candy though. I unfortunately have not been able to find these elusive unless you're going to order them on Amazon, which I'm not going to spend that much money for a candy I really shouldn't eat anyway. I really want that blackberry cobbler. The candies, the blackberry cobbler candy corn. We went to a store the other day. They had all kinds of flavors of candy corn I'd never seen before. Thinking, yeah, it's got to be here. No, it wasn't there. Oh, the Great. Okay, they're all the same to me. They're all that little weird whatever. Like show. The Great. Okay, yep, it's Catherine the Great. That's right. In the beginning, when she's passing them out to the soldiers, it's like, oh, you're dying. You lost it, missing a leg, missing an arm. Oh, here, have a cookie.
The British did it with tea. Oh, look, you had your stomach blown out. Here, have some tea.
Yeah. Oh, it's leaking out. Hey, you can re-drink it if you hold a cup down there. Ugh.
Yeah.
Week in, week out, we see some great recipes. Rocky, yes, this pastry one, thank you for recycling some of these older ones that have been out for a while, but yet are really good pastry examples. Don't be afraid to do that either, anyone, if you want to just let us know about them, and we'll try and find them. Because recycling is not a bad thing, because if it's a good, solid recipe, people can build off it. Like the Get Shorty one, for instance, that's the one. You look at it and you look at some of these other recipes that Rocky made afterwards. He used parts of this in other recipes. the shortbread and the custard cake you see in a couple of those other recipes for starters, which makes find a flavor that works, and then you learn how to bend it the way you want to, and you can actually make all kinds of stuff out of it. I picked the wrong raspberry mix. I know I did, which is sad because I will. This just off the smell. It's raw, so I probably shouldn't do this, but yeah, shouldn't have done it. Smells good. Don't knuckle raw pastry. No, Danish pastry. Don't do it. I'm probably not going to taste anything else the rest of the episode. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still got a pastry note to it for sure, but it's also got this weird, like chemical note ish because of it's just so potent. That really bums me that I picked the wrong raspberries. I wanted to try something that's a little more potent for the raspberries than usual and tried something different. And that wasn't. Not for this. Going raw leads to consequences. Right, Daniel? Should have been more, take a little bit less of a chance there, huh? All right, we're going back to this one. What have I got in here? Oh, this is actually in here I've got that pudding test. The strawberry extreme pudding test in here.
How is it?
It's good. Like I said, I'm getting vibes of like dehydrated strawberry, but I like it.
Yep.
It works really well with the pudding.
Why'd you go with that? The pudding, you went with a vanilla pudding, but why from Kima, whatever it's called?
Because that's only the second time I tried it. I'm still trying. It's not like night and day different than Flavora. They're just slightly different, so I wanted to try it again so I could give it a little more usage to try it.
Okay. I was going to ask you why you didn't go with Flavora.
A little less vanilla, actually, in the Chemnovatic.
Okay.
Like the Flavora vanilla pudding is very vanilla forward. I get a little less vanilla, so I wanted to be able to taste the strawberry a little bit more. But I still wanted a little bit of that note, something I could ADV and really test without like being, okay, this is boring, I'm over it. We do enough single flavor testing on the other show that I don't try to do it unless I have to. And if anybody's been mixing with VSO for a while, you know that the best way to test with those is to layer them the way you usually layer, because they actually, usually that's where they shine. I still think of them as like Legos. You know, you might have a bunch of different colors and you're building a wall versus like, the other ones, every row is a different, all one solid color. But you still wind up building the wall in the end. There's no holes in it. I also find that his might be the missing piece of a wall in many cases, the missing piece of an ingredient. You're like almost there, but something isn't quite vibing quite right, and then you add a little bit of VSO in there. It's like, oh, that's the missing part.
I'm telling you, I'm really falling in love with VSO honey.
Mm.
And I meant to do it on the order I just placed to get a really big bottle of it, because I can see myself running out real quick.
If it's a crust that can handle a honey, and I'm doing any type of pastry or pie, and I want the honey, it's something that will work with a honey. I mean, obviously some pastries you're not going to use a honey with, but a graham cracker or something, adding a little bit of Swaggy's honey, it's a nice honeycomb honey. It works brilliantly with it, in my opinion. Taste or subjective.
Yeah.
YouTube is weird. Yes, it is. And yes, this week he did release butter rum, Danish pastry, and Danish pastry raw, carrot raw, and celery raw this week. And butter rum, yum. If you've been looking for a butter rum, you got it. Sunkissed surgery. I think she's vaping on the. I probably already said it in chat and I missed it while we were popping back and forth. But she's vaping on the orange cream, the orange creamsicle like flavor.
Right.
That turned out really good. I like that quite a bit. Good job with that, Swaggy, by the way. That's not an easy profile to hit without getting that weird medicine-y note, I guess is the best way to say it. Like aspirin, or you either go aspirin or you kind of get this weird Tic Tac flavor usually from those oranges. Especially when they're mixed with creams, which is weird how that works. You'd think mixing it with a cream would actually just cream it up. Orange doesn't always mix with cream, even in vape liquid, even in flavorings. You know, I expect it to, because it's just cream and everything else, and because it's a flavor and it's not actual, like orange and cream, real oranges and cream don't always mix either. But it's weird. Oh, she just brought some back to me to try again. If I can taste it. I had that Danish.
Well, the cotton's broken in now, so.
It might not be the right setup for that flavor, but it tastes good. It's weird to have an orange cream, right? Tastes like a creamsicle, but it's a hot vape. It's like,
yeah, that doesn't work so well.
It's on the Plan B, which is like a goon, and it's like
okay.
that's just kind of weird. It's like I'm tasting the right flavor, but it's hot. It's like,
I made my version. I put it on a 45-watt mesh deck. It's a cooler vape with a lot of flavor. It tastes really good.
Yep. And on here, it was the same thing. It was actually, the single coil's not as hot.
Right.
But yeah, the mesh decks work really good with some things like that. I bet you get really good flavor off that flavor with it.
If you want a mesh deck that has a high temp to it, then you get the profile, the dual mesh. Yeah. Then you're up at 100 watts, 120 watts.
The dual mesh, is that, I never looked at the deck, but isn't it, I think I did. Was that the one that has the two side-by-side like mesh deck?
That's right. Yeah. And you got one screw on top to hold like this, and then you have two on the side, right? One on either side.
For the legs.
Yeah, and you can run it in serial or parallel.
Beautiful kitty.
In an ass.
Swaggy, great releases this week. It really was a good week. Got all these other single flavor tests to do, and well, we got creme brulee this week, right? So yeah, I wanted flavor this week. Thank you, Swaggy, for pushing that in, because when we do, there's only so much of that we can take without having some flavor in the middle, and this was a good week to have really good releases come out for you and to test on, because those flavors were actually single flavor testing are so boring. I need something in between them.
I don't know where you get the time for single flavor test.
It's not so bad with the week to week things. Not so bad. You got a week. The quarterly ones, which now might become more than quarterly, but the flavor of the quarters traditionally, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially when you get like 100 flavors plus. Yeah, that is.
I just don't have the time.
And if we get a bunch of good flavors in a row, it's not bad. But when you get a bunch of bad flavors in a row, it sucks.
Yeah.
Then you start to second guess yourself. Is that a bad flavor before? Is that affecting me here? I got to come back and test this one again. You find out it was a bad flavor to begin with. It was actually a bad flavor, but you had to retest it to make sure your taste buds weren't messed up from the other one. Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, I saw Sunkist treatment. Yeah. Swaggy, you are a master of some things. That's for damn sure. Oh, that might be a problem too. That batteries are dying. That'll make a difference.
I'll do it.
Yeah, it might be it. I was like, the flavor tastes weak all of a sudden. Now looking down, I'm seeing it's awfully low.
I'm gonna go back and make up another either a 30 or a 60 of that Kinder Bueno I made.
Yep. I
A
gotta
lot of
start making
flavors,
decisions
lot
on
of
that.
flavors.
Gotta start making some decisions on those real soon. It's like, it's
Don't-
tough. It's tough because it's a lot of going back and forth and back and forth.
I don't know if mine was any good, but I like the taste of it. It tastes good to me.
To be, there's not a one that's bad. I mean, do they taste like all like Kinder Bueno? Nah, not
That's
100%. No.
No,
But do they taste delicious? Yeah, you can mix up any one of those Kinder Bueno recipes that came out and just vape it. It's going to be good if you like that flavor profile. Even the ones that some people didn't even know what a Kinder Bueno tasted like, and they made it just off the reading the profiles.
Right.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job.
let you add these white chocolate one pretty good too. I haven't mixed it, but it looked pretty good.
It did look good. Yeah, the white chocolate one he had to make because of DeMillen.
Yep.
I know. I kind of hated that. I mean, it's like, oh, that's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be a Kinder Bueno necessarily. So it's like, damn it. Okay, it's better, but yeah, it's still it's the wrong raspberry. Unless it steeps out better, I don't think it's gonna. I think it's a raspberry syrup and this raspberry sweet just too sweet. It'd work better in like a candy, maybe.
So I'd probably like it because I like sweeter juices. So
It's like a weird tangy sweet though, with
Ooh, I
almost
like
a
that.
floral touch to it.
I like that. What are you doing? It's bad.
Top rated mix on ELR pastry search. Here we go. Let's see this. What did you find here, sir? Oh, okay. Let's celebrate some way we don't know. At least not. If it's someone in chat, let me know if this is your thing. But Smoky Blues Lemon Tart Pie
Looks good.
by Smoky Blue, ironically. It's cookie flavora at 0.6, graham cracker flavora at 0.8, Greek yogurt flavora at 0.2, lemon flavora, all flavora, lemon flavora at 0.6, lemonade flavora at 0.6, macaroon flavora at 0.6. Ironically, we just talked about that. Marshmallow flavora at 0.4, pastry zest flavora at 0.2, pucker tobacco flavora at 0.2. Well, that's interesting. I don't have that one. Vanilla bean flavora at 0.2. So if anyone's tried pucker tobacco, put it in chat. I'll be right back there in a second to look. I have not tried
5-year-old
that.
recipe, so I wonder if any of all of these flavors are still
This
around.
is also definitely, it doesn't, I don't know if it says anything here, but that's definitely MTL. 24 milligram, that's not meant for your tank, for a regular RDA or tank. So it's definitely an MTL. Well, we just had this talk about the pastry zest. It is almost a yeasty pastry zest. It is kind of a little bit. Greek yogurt, nice gooey. You got the vanilla that's working with that, and marshmallow. You got like 3 or 4 things to kind of smooth it out. You got the cookie, graham cracker, pastry zest. The macaroon will work that a little bit too. And then you just have this pucker tobacco that I have no idea what it is. Well, actually, before I back out of this, let's see what it says in the notes. It's got notes on this. Reminds me of F.A. Blackfire. That seems a little strange. Maybe they were trying to give it like a crispy edge? Is what they're doing with this one? That's possible. With a name like Smoky Blue, it might just be someone who just loves tobaccos. It's a cigarette. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I always put cigarettes in my lemon tart pie. That sounds like exactly what I do. So, if I made this for me, I probably wouldn't put that pucker tobacco in it myself, which I don't have anyway, but that's okay. It's not that I don't. Flavor of tobaccos are pretty good, but I just don't know how that would be in there. Because you think about it, when you smoke a cigarette, what did it do to all your taste buds? I feel like this is what it did. It'll taste like, oh, that's what the thing is. It's what a lemon tart pie would taste like if you're still smoking. You know, less taste, less flavor. Maybe that's what they're going for. No, I don't know. Interesting though. And mixed at 24 milligrams. Wow.
God, that would kill me.
Well, you saw that. 9 point. This is a, what size bottle is this? This is a small bottle. 36, 28 milliliter. So this is basically a 30 milliliter. 30. It's a 30 milliliter bottle, and it's got 9.8 grams, 9.08 grams of nicotine in it. Wow. I don't put that much flavoring in something, so it would be really weird to put that much of. That's got to be. Oh. Fresh homemade lemon tart pies. Get them now. Whew. Has anybody tried it?
But all the ratios are like way off. Like, I'm playing 496. Holy cow! Like molasses. Like you're not vaping this thing in cool weather. No way. Forget the 24 milligram. It would kill me. But
I like Tim B's comment. Put your pie on a campfire. There you go. No, you don't put it on it. It looks like you put it in it. In it. But I know without trying it, it's not like it's a lot. It's just a touch. So I'm thinking he might have just did it for just a smoky little edge flavor to it. Give a little bit of smoky flavor, like a cook. Maybe it was like wood fire cooked or something. Flavor, because it is only at 0.2. It's not like he used it high. And from what I know now, flavor of tobaccos usually you go 1 to 2%. So it's like 0.2 is pretty low. So I think he just wanted a note of it in there, one of the note, whatever note it gives off, like maybe an FA fire, so it'd mean like a smoky aspect. That's my guess. It might be really, really good in there.
Be fair, everything's subjective. So if he liked it, God bless him. It's as simple as that.
Oh, like who was it? Rocky put this in there? Yeah, Rocky. Top rated mix on ELR for pastry. So it's like, if that's top rated,
someone liked it.
Yep. The lemon is a strong one. Yeah, there's a lot of notes on this too, and it looks like a lot of people liked it. So I'm thinking my theory is it's probably giving it that smoky edge. Because there aren't that many people that absolutely love like tobacco flavors, but there are a lot of people that don't mind that smoky edge and authentic taste. And this is from 2017, so it's had 5 years to kind of simmer around and try to get their higher rating. But I find it interesting, lemon and lemonade though, and that's all 100% Flavora recipe too, which is also really interesting. And there's no sweetener in it either. None. Marshmallow used as a sweetener.
Hey.
Yeah, that's it. The marshmallow is really the only thing in there that's really sweet. There's a little in the cookie, but the rest of it, yeah, it's going to be, and there's going to be some in the lemon. There's some in the lemonade too. Oh, she worked for Flavora. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I didn't even check. Missing ingredients. Wow, I could not make that if I wanted to. There's as much red on there as this not red. I didn't think I had the Flavora versions of some of them. I don't have the Flavora Greek yogurt. I don't have the graham cracker. And I don't have the pucker tobacco. Or the vanilla bean.
I only have the Greek yogurt and lemonade.
Didn't know they actually had I didn't know if Flavora had a plain vanilla bean. Thank you, though, Rocky. Thank you for putting that in there. That's actually pretty awesome. It's a good way to go look at things. We should actually do that possibly more often when we get into something like this.
Yeah, we should. That'd be really cool.
I forgot you could do that search and try to get top rated. It's a great idea. Just curiosity. Yeah, it says 6 perfect votes. Vanilla bean's good. Use it a lot. Have to add that to the list of things to get then. Eventually, I'll get them all, but that's probably a few years down the road before I can get them all. There's a lot of flavors out there. You know there's a lot. When you think about, you got Tam, you got let's see, who's one that's most probably closest to Tam? 'Cause Tam has an unreal amount of flavors. There's a couple others that have this many. Dave is there too, but ID 10T. But Dave actually, I think he might have started dwindling down now that he doesn't have to do them every week. Although if you ever have a question on a flavor and you're not sure and it's an obscure flavor that no one ever has, I'm sure Dave could give you input on it. He's got notes on virtually every flavor there is known to man. If it's not unnoted, he's probably still tried it.
Wow.
Fresh is up there too. I don't know how many Fresh has, but I know he's way up there too. Jarvis, yep, I remember Jarvis. Well, I think we will actually start shutting it down here pretty soon here because I'm running out of things to talk about for a pastry right now. I'm thinking of other things to try. I would definitely say just from the what I am getting at the Danish in here, and that's not the Danish's fault, the Danish pastry. That's actually my mix's fault, the raspberry mischoice. It's good, and it's got a little tiny bit of a icing to it. I was trying to bring out more of that icing with the Lorans, but that might actually be another mistake. I might have brought out too much icing. It might be some of that candied flavor too. Which Loran's icing after a day or two might it settle down if that is part of the factor. I'm going to have to do a more simple mix. I would recommend if anyone's got it or wants to try it, I'm probably going to tell you what it's going to be. I'll probably mix. I'm probably going to wind up going do something simple I know really well. Probably blueberry and huckleberry VSO at the ratios. Throw that in with it, just with the Danish, and just try it. Because those are flavors I know really well, and I know I like those. That way there I know what I'm getting. I can test them, and then it won't be boring, but yet at the same time it won't be taking away from the flavor. I feel like I might have went too far with this to test it. Oh, wait a minute. Tuesday. For Tuesday, let's see. Tuesday. Let's double check and make sure Swaggy doesn't have any releases coming out. Because I know this was the last release week he had on there the other day. Because I do try to go along with the themes for his releases as well as the best I can. He'd have all the raws, so we could definitely do a raw thing. Which would mean... Damn, that opens it up to almost anything, though. I'm still not used to this. Got helped out the other day. Yeah. Okay, so all the raws are coming out. Let me think. Bob. You asked. I don't want to do candies till Saturday. Because that's right before Halloween. I think that's perfect. We did fresh fruits.
All theme?
What?
All theme?
We could do an all theme thing because this is a fall theme. Yeah, we could that's a great idea. Just fall theme. Fall or Thanksgiving, Halloween. I wouldn't quite go Christmas yet. Let's stay away from the Christmas crap.
Oh, that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing. But we're close enough to the point where we can start thinking some fall themed stuff to get ready for this fall. That's not a bad idea.
God.
Dirty dish rags, Bob. Dirty dish rags. Oh. Bob. Oh, Bob. Yeah, fall themed. I'm thinking there's a couple of the VSO raws. I mean, I still got to play with the pear a little bit more. That's actually
some apple ciders.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, Swaggy's apple cider. I really love the plain cider. Love it. The Soul Ring cider for me is a little spicy for me. I know it's personal taste. I like a little less spice in my cider.
Rocky dropped in the recipe in chat for you.
Oh, Rocky did drop another one? We can go over that. See if we got all these flavors first. Oh, boy. Oh, the Mexican fried ice cream. That would be a no. I'm missing graham cracker flavora, milk flavora, and vanilla bean flavora. That's it. I got everything else. That's a lot of Flavora. Holy crap. I didn't realize. I knew this Mexican ice cream thing is a thing. Yeah, hold on. I'll get that up so everybody else can see it quick. Now that I have everything where it shouldn't be. Because I'm getting ready for the other. Yeah, but thank you, Swaggy, again. It's a great release week. Butter rum, a lot of us were looking forward to. But yeah, Mexican fried ice cream. Flavora. Cinnamon Crunch Flavora at 1%. Cream Flavora at 1.4. Eggnog Flavora, yum, 0.4. Frosting Flavora, 0.4. Graham Cracker Flavora at 0.28. Milk Flavora at 0.6. Curious about Milk Flavora. I don't have that one, and I wonder how that is. Milk and Honey Flavora. Okay, this is a Rocky recipe at 0.4. Pralines Flavora at 0.2. Sweet Coconut Flavora at 0.2. Sweetness Flavora at 0.6. Vanilla Bean Flavora at 0.28. And Vanilla Pudding Flavora at 1. Okay, I love that flavor too. And there he is. I'm not trying to read it. Mexican fried ice cream. This was a WIP after many versions. Variations that try to get closer than the MFIC All Flavora. Looks like a lot going on here, but it's all needed, trust me. The goal here was to stay under 6% for this one. As you can see, it came close. Oh, there's less than 6% with all that? I didn't even realize that. Sweetener choice, but other subs can be used for the recipe. Can change the recipe. Give it a shake and let me know what you think. Special note about pralines. Do not overdrop pralines. It will ruin the mix. You are right. The pralines I have used before, and it definitely is one of those ones you have to be very careful with. It's under 6. What percent did you end up at? 2.8 is 6.76%. Wow, that's a lot for that little bit. So you used a lot of the concentrated ones. The only two used high is vanilla pudding and cinnamon crunch. Interesting, Rocky. I don't have any problem getting any one of those three flavors either, because I'm always curious in the milks, because the milks usually have some kind of use, even if it's just a cream. What? It's 87 degrees there, Cherokee. I got up and went to work, and by the time I got to work, I'd been in an hour. I looked at the temp, and it was like 39 degrees outside. And that's after warming up considerably from when I had ice in the windshield. I had to warm up the car. Then I went outside there just before I went, about an hour before I went home. And it was 69 degrees outside. It's like, wow, that is a big, big change in temp. This time of year you get sick. Pralines and sweet coconut do not register on a scale to go by drops. Ah, okay. Got that, Rocky. Yeah, 69. Yeah, I know, Daniel. Giggity. Thank you, guys. It was a good week. Yeah, so we'll do a fall theme. I'll get that ready after the stream here. And we'll go fall on Tuesday, and I'm going to get the candy one up for next Saturday because I'm looking forward to that. And we'll figure out one way or another. We're going to try and get Swaggy on a live on Sunday, whether or not it's here or if it's over on Frank's channel or wherever he wants to go. Let's try and get Swaggy to celebrate his birthday. Big 5-0. You know what I did for my ex-mother-in-law for her 5-0? I took the mower, went out and dropped it to 0, mowed a big 5-0 in a lawn, then spray painted with marker paint around the big 5-0, and then took pictures from the neighbor's house standing out on top of their roof and took pictures of it and got it posted in the paper. That's the kind of thing I would do if I were there, Swaggy. So if I can find those pictures, I'll post it for you because it doesn't have her name on it. So that'd be fun. Anthony, good to see you. Yeah, Anthony, next Saturday, if you can make it, a warning ahead of time. We're gonna try and get Anthony on if he'll join us, because he loves mixing candies, and if we're doing a candy episode, I think that he should definitely get an invite. So I'm gonna send you an invite next week, next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See if you can make it over, because if you can, I'd love to have you on, Anthony. If there's anyone who loves candies, yeah. That's what he went after the second he started mixing. But yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Let me change the music here. We got to choose something to go out on here. Do you want something really good, or do you want something? I don't know. They're all good, actually. Ah, there we go. I think that I found it.
I'm trying to think of candy.
Sweeter the better, exactly, Anthony. I'd love if you can make it on next week. I'd love to have you here for the candy episode. So you guys have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your pastries. Apparently, look up some of Rocky's recipes. He's got quite a few pastries in there. We saw some today, and I know those aren't the only ones in there. Not all of us go after pastries often. I don't go after them often enough. I mean, really, when you go pastry, you're not far from pie. So that's another truth. So pies and pastries are very hand in hand. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your week. Stay safe. Stay warm. And just enjoy the music on your way out. Bye.
Bury me softly in this room. I give this part of me for you. Sand rains down and here I sit, holding red flowers in a tomb. Down in a hole, and I don't know if I